15 minutes in.
Yeah.
Maybe Jeff should have tested this.
There's no testing it. It's
just go.
You hit go, and maybe you can go. See ya. Oh, we're live on Twitch. We're almost there. YouTube says starting.
Twitch.
That was faster than last week. Last week I had to wait like a minute for both of them to start up. Hey, YouTube's up.
Hey, YouTube's up.
And we're live.
Where is Twitch? Oh, there's Twitch.
There's Twitch. It's way in the corner.
Yeah, it's way in,
You want me to make it bigger for you?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Now that I know where it's at.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Welcome to Talking Heads, episode 27. Or if you're one of my 15,000 new subscribers,
Woo!
episode 1.
Yeah, right? Gosh, dang, man, you've just been soaring.
Oh, man, it has been a banner week on the show, on the channel, on everything that I do. You guys showed up in spades. You loved my video. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I'm Jeff.
I'm John.
This is going to be a good show.
Yep.
I'm feeling good tonight, more or less.
After those couple shots of NyQuil.
Right.
It's like, oh, I feel great. And some
man.
Valium. And I'm like, yeah.
So if you are new to the show, kind of the format is, if you don't know who I am, if you don't know who John is, that's okay. Welcome to the show. Basically what we do is we just sit around, drink beer, talk about things that interest us throughout the week. We usually start off with 15-20 minutes worth of beer news and then 40 minutes worth of tech news. And then we...
In between whatever.
Yeah. We take suggestions for topics on chats. So, please be in chats. We try to be as active as we possibly can. Make sure.
Usually we even have some of the other guests that are on here that are usually on the chats too, so
yep.
They help out too.
For some reason my YouTube chat isn't coming through. Where's my chat? Dashboard, where you at? It says we're streaming, says we're connecting, it's thinking about it.
I'll just keep this here with me. The good stuff.
Thinking about it.
Install Adobe Flash.
Yeah, not going to do that. Still says connecting. We'll try to get chat up as soon as we can. Might as well just at least pull the YouTube chat down here so I can take a look at it. Anyway, so we do drink beer on the show. We try to keep language as minimal as possible. Sometimes things slip out. Sometimes it's warranted. But we try to keep the show as family-friendly as possible. I've got 2 little kids. John's got a
son.
Yeah, we've all got kids. We all enjoy the show with everyone else. So, anyway, welcome everyone. What are we drinking tonight? You brought something, I brought something.
So I got Sierra Nevada's Tropical Torpedo IPA.
I keep seeing this in the store, and I have not tried it
yet. Yeah, that was kind of what I thought. I was like, I don't know if I want this at home, but I think it's great for sharing. It just happened to also be on sale.
Yep.
So I was like, hey,
Excellent.
Let's bust it out. Let's share it with some friends.
Nice. And then I got the tried, the true, the classic Fort George Vortex IPA.
That's a great IPA.
Great IPA. So, yeah. What do you want to start with?
Got something new, so let's go with something
Let's
new.
go with something new.
Something new. You got a bottle opener? I got a bottle opener. So this talks about having like papaya and mango and passion fruit aroma. I don't know if it's actually in the beer though. And a lot of talk
I'm smelling a citrusy. I'd call that a passion fruit.
Yes, mango, papaya, and passion fruit.
Yeah.
But it just says that it's in the aroma.
Yeah, I don't have any mango.
That's okay. It's a 6.7.
It's a little stronger than I thought it would be.
Yeah. A little hoppy, but not too much. Yeah. I think it's designed to be probably that summer.
Yes, it's a cold refreshing. Just got off your roof, retarring everything, and
basically, mowed the lawn. I'm at the grill,
and I'm not drinking MillerCoors.
No, I'm not.
You like the segue?
Yeah, that was a great segue. It's a great segue.
All right, so we covered this a couple of weeks ago. The ongoing legal dispute between Stone Brewing down in California and MillerCoors, who owns Keystone.
Yeah.
They are rather unhappy with the current Keystone advertising. Just to kind of catch you up real quickly, Keystone has been taking the key out of Stone, as Stone Brewing puts it.
Yeah.
They're starting to put up billboards that say "Grab a Stone." Their cans say "Keystone," and they're facing them, so Stone is the predominant word. It's the larger word. It's big, bold. It's in your face. And that is not the 30 years of Keystone branding to lead them to that point. Whereas Stone Brewing is a craft brewery that started in their garage and has grown to a multinational brewery.
Yeah, I think third largest craft brewery.
Third largest independent brewery.
Yeah, independent brewery.
Right.
Sorry, yeah.
But they distribute to something like 30 countries.
Yeah.
They are a worldwide craft beer. And they have a history of calling their brand Stone. They advertise as Stone. It's the Stone IPA. It's the Stone Stout. That's their brand. Keystone is taking shots at Stone and saying, well, we have craft beers too. We have Blue Moon and we have this.
Our MillerCoors bought other craft breweries like Blue Moon, so we have the right to do this type of stuff because we can call ourselves craft breweries too.
And they had the audacity to call Stone Brewing a big beer.
Yes. I mean, they are a big beer, but they're not anywhere near the size that MillerCoors is at. They even started pointing out that they started jabbing it really specifically of that they started using stuff called grab your stones.
Right.
And everything that even came close either had an asterisk and then stones. Right. Where, but not stone. And so it was never just blatantly Stone. Mm-hmm. And even the Keith Stone was the closest thing, but he never referred to as the beer as Stone. Grab yourself a stone. Right. It was stones or a pack of stones. Mm-hmm. And so now that they've taken the S out and the asterisk out, now it's just Stone, and that's what Stone Brewery has a big problem with. And MillerCoors even went so far as saying they went and complained 10 years ago, but they didn't do anything about it, and now they're suing us. Well, that's crap because they can't let it wait that long.
No, they totally can. Yeah. They totally can. For patent infringement or copyright infringement, which is what this is, or trademark infringement.
Trademark, yeah.
You can send cease and desist, which Stone Brewing did.
Yep.
Send a cease and desist and said, please change your marketing practices. You are not Stone Brewing. We are Stone Brewing.
Yeah.
Stop calling your beers stones. Stop saying grab a stone. That's not your beer. And they didn't stop. And they had multiple legal threats over the years. And they said they would talk to us, and then they'd say, oh, yeah, we'll definitely change that. And then they turn around and changed absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And so finally they were forced to sue MillerCoors over the name. So,
especially with the brand. And they're also stating that in their argument here that Stone is purposely only showing half of the can or not showing the whole
their face. I walked down to my corner market today, and they have Keystone Light on sale there, and all the cans are faced just saying Stone,
just saying
facing
Stone.
out. You can't see the word key.
But then Miller is saying, well, it doesn't matter because you just have to look at the whole entire can. And if you look at the whole can,
their distribution and facing and marketing instructions are to display Stone on the
and Keystone is they're suing it as one word, and now they're splitting it in half.
Right.
And that's the real big thing is the fact that they're splitting it in half and now just really referring to their brand as Stone.
Yep. So anyway, the update on that is Miller has responded to this, and like I said, they have taken shots at Stone Brewing, and those are the points that they bring up. They say we have MillerCoors also referred to their Blue Moon product and Stone IPA as craft beer, which in itself demonstrates a macrobrewery attempt to blend with smaller independent breweries.
Yeah.
Remember, Stone is the third largest independent brewery. They still make up about 2% of the size of MillerCoors.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so calling them a big beer, there's no similarities there.
No. When I can go to South Africa and get a Keystone,
right.
I'm not going to be like, where's my Stone beer? Mm-hmm. Where's my Stone IPA?
Yeah.
You can get it here in the States, and you can get it here. They just recently opened up something in Germany, a brewery in Germany about 2-3 years ago, and until then you had to import it over. They had to ship it over to England, and was only the few places they got it. Mm-hmm. So it's not nationally, globally distributed like a lot of MillerCoors brands are.
Right, where you can go to just about any country.
And like, oh, look, MillerCoors is here. Right. Oh, look, how did Blue Moon get here?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how did this craft brewery get there?
Right.
Whatever.
So anyway, shame on you, MillerCoors.
Yeah.
It's a theme for what we usually talk about on
picking on one of my favorite breweries.
That's right. I've got a Stone IPA out in my garage, in fact.
Yeah, I was thinking about bringing that Stone Russian Stout.
Oh yeah.
But then I was like, oh, we both have one.
Yeah, I've got the 2015. I think you got.
I got the same.
Oh, you got the same. Okay. Yep. Watch our beer vlog, our beer ride.
Yes, that was interesting.
That was a good episode.
That was a good.
No one watched it still.
It was fun though. It was fun for us.
Yep. Oh, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that kind of content will stay around because this channel exists because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah. You have plenty of other things to keep the channel going. It's like, now I can do fun stuff.
Right, exactly. So, not to say there won't be tech on this channel. I've got a lot of tech planned on this channel. The machines behind me are set. Why did that screensaver turn off? Gosh darn it. I had LCARs everywhere, and now the screen behind me I just saw on my monitor is off. Oh, man. Stella Artois. Buddy of mine's favorite beer.
Yes, you were talking about this at
CES.
Yes.
Yep. Stella Artois issued a voluntary recall for particles of glass that could have made it into their brewing cycle in the North American market. It's not Stella Artois themselves. It's one of their third-party suppliers. So basically, whoever treats their glass or rinses it or whatever got glass into their bottles, and then Stella Artois bottled with them. And so it's a voluntary recall at this point. If you have any Stella Artois and you're concerned about there might be glass in there, there is a...
I think they have a list of ship dates or...
Yeah, they have ship dates, and you can find the link in the video description to the USA Today article.
If you even drink
If you have Stella Artois.
Yeah, if you even that's my beer of choice.
Yeah, I've had a couple Stella Artois. They're not terrible.
No, they're
acceptable.
I would take it over Keystone.
I would totally take it over Keystone.
They are not the equivalent of cocktails.
No.
Shot for shot or drink for drink, as some people would say.
Andy. Oh.
Yeah, this is okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. I was tropical torpedo. I was hoping for more tropical and more torpedo.
Yeah, I mean, it's Sierra Nevada. Again, they're similar to Stone.
Right.
Very big, very nationally known. Not as big, but still.
Yeah, they're still nationally distributed.
They're still nationally distributed,
yeah.
And I think they have to keep the cost and flavor down. And this was a pretty decently priced. It's $10 for six packs, so that's nice price point.
Yep.
So.
Yep. A couple people complaining about an audio sync issue. Do you know if our voices are... Stop it, John. Do you know if our voices are ahead of or behind the audio? I currently have it set to what worked last week, but it changes every week. So it's close. I know it's close, but it's not quite perfect. So, yeah.
Man, if only I could do like ventriloquism. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Piss everyone off.
Let's see... I love that the chat now is keeping themselves going.
Yeah.
Because it used to be like I'd respond to like every single comment in chat, and now I don't know what they're talking about. There's a
Star Trek Lacarts are starting to look dead.
Yeah. Macho Samuel Savage Jackson.
Is that a username?
Yeah.
That's the best username I've heard in a long time.
Star Trek LCARS is starting to look dated. You take that back, sir.
Right.
It'd be one thing if I had the DS9 LCARs up, the Cardassian interface.
Wait. Oh, God.
Joe!
Oh, hey, buddy!
Drink something. You want to drink. I do want to drink. I actually got some black in. If you want some Jameson Black.
Oh, I thought we were going to do shots of NyQuil.
Yeah, well, that too. The plague has beset my house for my daughter on... Gosh, what was it? Yesterday. My youngest daughter was sick yesterday. I wasn't feeling all that hot, so I stayed home yesterday. And about 11 in the morning, my oldest daughter kind of goes, "My eyes kind of feel funny." And I went, "Oh, okay." And I looked up, and she looked like she drug a booger into her eye or something like that.
Gosh.
And I, no big deal. And I wiped it off, and there you go play. And by 3 o'clock, her eyes had glued themselves shut.
Oh, God.
So we ran her into the pediatrician last night, and she's got a very aggressive case of bacterial pink eye.
Oh,
so she's not a happy camper right now.
I wouldn't be
and
either.
So and of course I'm even more sick today. So yeah, someone was asking what we were drinking, and in fact, it's in the video description. What are you drinking tonight? NyQuil on the rocks.
Yeah.
Mitch Hedberg, for when you're feeling sick but sociable. You want a shot of something?
Sure, whatever you want.
All right.
Black's fine, or I know it looks pretty full, so we don't have to do that one.
That's probably the best we got up here. So. And hey, it's Joe.
It's Joe.
It's
Joe. Joe is worth everything. Everyone keeps saying it's out of sync, but I've asked, and you've asked, is it forward? Is it backward? Yeah. And no one's responding. Oh, it's just a little. Oh, it's a little behind.
Right.
Okay, so it's a little behind.
So if you're not aware of it, Jameson Black Barrel, delicious. Pick some of it up.
I thought you said Blackberry Barrel.
Nope, Black Barrel. Also called Jameson Black Label. But
grinding noise.
What are you dragging across my counter?
I don't know. It just sounds like. All right.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Joe,
Mitch
you the man?
talking heads.
Yeah. Cheers, buddy. Joe?
Joe.
Cheers.
Thank you. See, I don't get any of this, Joe, but I get the liquor. So
yeah.
Keep going for me. I like that.
Wishing the kids get better soon. Thank you. Oh, yeah, it's been a rough couple of days around my house.
Yeah, no, everyone at my work is coughing. All of the people on the intercoms, you just hear like a sore throat. They're like, can you get Joe on the phone?
I will say, normally that's smooth as heck. That actually irritated my throat.
Really? No, that actually helped mine.
Oh, no, it hit and it just started burning.
I probably just went down the wrong one.
Whew. People talking about the RX 500X series release potential. Basically, another updated Polaris card from AMD. I was going to touch on this. I didn't add it to the notes because I honestly didn't have enough time to read about it. It sounds like a slight bandwidth bump to the memory, and it sounds like a slight overclock to what Polaris already is. I would rather they brought Vega down. I would rather they brought a Vega 36 to market. Something that's a mid-tier Vega, because Vega actually scales quite well, especially in the smaller tier cards. Like the Intel 8809G with the Raven Ridge Vega 24 on board. That is a killer little chip. So I really wish AMD would start releasing those chips to mass market, rather than continuing the life of Polaris.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Roman numeral
1937.
1937. I always refer to you as Roman numeral guy.
Mm-hmm. That's what we all call him. Oh, it's Roman.
Oh, it's Roman. Okay.
Want to go bowling? Sorry, it's a bad joke. All right, let's get into some tech news.
All right, yeah. So that's all the beer news that we have. We might chit-chat about beer in between, but who knows?
All right, tech news, now that everyone's joined us.
All right.
What's our viewer count out tonight? I can't see it on there.
Yeah.
35. Nice.
35. Hey, wait.
Not bad.
Is that Joe's? Who added the $10?
Joe did another 10.
Oh my god.
He said get well soon.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Very nice.
So yeah.
Tech.
Tech news. Leap Motion. Do you know who Leap Motion is?
You know, I don't. I put this up and I just saw it was cool. I thought it was like, hey, this is something to talk about, but also because it just came out. Right. So I was like, I'm going to post it before Jeff and everything.
Yeah. I haven't even looked at tech news since like Monday morning.
Oh, yeah. I've been swabbing. I was like 20 minutes before I end work. All right, I got to review all this really quick.
That's what I was doing about 30 minutes before you drove up. I was going, okay, I read the article. Okay, I'm good.
Yep.
Anyway, Leap Motion, they've been in the AR game for a little while, but not necessarily in the AR glasses realm. They made a product called the Magic Leap, or the Leap Motion Leap Pad, or something like that. I don't remember I think it was the Magic Leap.
Sounds familiar.
It was a little device about this big, about the size of a USB key, that you set on the desk in front of you, or on the monitor in front of you, and it would track your hands in 3D space.
Oh, very cool.
And it would recognize gestures of your hands in real time.
Okay.
And so you could basically have a touchscreen monitor, or like Minority Report style, like reach up and go, and it would zoom in.
Oh, cool.
And it knew the gestures of your fingers, and so you could do, okay, if I touch my middle finger to my thumb, it'll do a certain action. If I do that and rotate, it'll rotate this component. And so they've been doing natural motion input for quite a while. They were also one of the first. They developed an attachment for the Oculus Rift DK2 where you could add a leap motion onto the front of your headset and then track your hands in 3D space in the headset for hands-free VR.
Nice.
And so they've been at this game for a little while, and we all knew that they wanted to enter the augmented reality space in full. This is that headset.
Well, yeah. Well, according to, this is their prototype too.
Right.
This is just a prototype that they put out, and it looks horrible.
It looks terrible.
It looks completely horrible.
But it's going to have the Magic Leap tracking capability within it, and so you'll still have the hand tracking in 3D space.
Yeah.
And they upgraded it to a dual camera, and it's a wider system, so you'll have a wider field of range with it.
I think it says 100 degrees.
100-degree field of view on your vision, and I think the reach for the hands was even further.
Oh, okay.
Based on the cameras that they used. But dual 1600 by 1440 LCD screens, which will be transparent, and so you can see through them, and it will display images on top in real space. So kind of a cool concept. Ugly as hell.
Ugly as hell, but they're open sourcing everything here for this. And they're saying that if you want to go and build this, they're saying it's going to cost roughly $100 to build it. But then they're also saying, hey, if you're wanting to write software, let us in on, let us demo that too. I think there's even a little video of, I don't know if you can show that right here, but of the guy, he uses it. Doesn't, I don't know what. Yeah. But it is cool, and you can see the speed, the accuracy.
Yeah. Like I said, it was very. It's always been very accurate, like eerily accurate. So you could hold your hands out in front of you, and you could make individual motions with your fingers, and it was sensitive to within like a millimeter and a half.
That's pretty cool.
Of where you're at, and you can see how quickly it's tracking his hand in that space.
Yeah.
And the angle of his hand and the depth of his hand and keeping the proper angle for that interface. They've always been phenomenal with that. So, kind of exciting from them.
Yeah, kind of exciting. It's kind of a really cool thing of like, it's showing that they're really close to, or if they partner with someone pretty big like Oculus or Vive or something, some really cool things could come out of this.
Yep, exactly. So, sorry, I'm just trying to get caught up with chat.
I know, it's so much. We almost need like a person dedicated just to be like on chat.
Exactly.
Like a pop-out screen.
Yeah, exactly.
A picture-in-picture of a guy talking to chat.
Right. Yeah, I keep trying to improve my interface here. I've got 4 screens up right now, so I can monitor everything. Just in the screens that you guys can't see.
Yeah.
We actually have a MacBook down here, so we can monitor Discord, and it was supposed to be monitoring Twitch and YouTube, but for some reason it's not connecting to my chats tonight. It worked last week flawlessly, and this week it's not.
Yeah.
But I've got a screen over here for our heads up for our web page viewing, and then I've got 4 windows on my main screen, and then I've got Twitch and Discord up on a
big
TV
screen
up here, or Twitch and YouTube rather. So yeah, we're trying to get as high tech as we can and as streamlined as we can, but it's a growing process. It's a low budget studio. What do you want from me?
It's 20,000 subscribers, Jeff. Come on.
I don't see the check for another month, man.
Shut up.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get to chat that I can. It's like, that's not doing it. It's like, I'm just going to use my phone.
For the courtesy of others, please silence your cell phones. A little blurb. Nvidia announced the long-coming change.
All right. Gosh.
How long has this been up? That they maybe you don't have to monitor the USS Enterprise at the same time. Yeah, but I can't see behind me. This is literally 45 degrees to my right. Here's 90.
Who doesn't want that back there?
Right,
that's awesome.
It's a gorgeous display. How dare you?
I want that.
How dare you?
It's probably a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I guess I could put like a mirror up here.
Yeah. It's probably a Galaxy Quest guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Or
Babylon 5.
Babylon 5. That was the one I wanted to say. Babylon 5.
Galaxy Quest, third best Star Trek movie ever made.
Galaxy Quest is a great movie.
Anyway, long time coming. Nvidia announced today that they will no longer be supporting 32-bit OSes.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Sorry, that's right. 2 days ago. Oh, it says right there. I just
32-bit OS.
32-bit, no more support.
Yep.
No soup for you. And also they're finally killing Fermi graphics cards, which that's pretty impressive. Getting 7 years of support out of a graphics card.
Yeah. I think one of my first bigger graphics cards was a Fermi.
Yeah. I don't have a Fermi. I've got a 260 on the shelf, and I've got a 9800 GTX Plus on the shelf. And then I jumped all the way to the GTX 760. So I've got two of those, obviously. So yeah.
Although, who's still running a 32-bit? I mean, even this article's like, what game or what person's using a graphics card like this big is even running a 32-bit?
I think I brought this up in a prior episode. Microsoft as a whole had the perfect opportunity with the launch of Windows 7 to do away with 32-bit, to kill it dead. Because every new processor, starting with Windows 7, with the exception of a couple very low-power variants, were 64-bit capable.
Yeah.
But they said, we like our legacy code too much. And so they kept that 16-bit legacy code in the core of Windows. There is still code from the original Windows 3.0 present in Windows 10 1709. And there are dependencies keeping that code working. Okay? So they had the perfect opportunity to fish or cut bait and say, look, with Windows 7, you have to be 64-bit. It's going to be a growing transition. It's going to be some growing pains along the way. But we're gonna all be better for it. Yeah. We're going to cut all that legacy code out. We're going to get rid of Program Manager, which is still in Windows 10 1709. You can still launch Program Manager.
I'm fine with that.
Right.
I'm fine with Program Manager.
So again, it's... When is enough? Microsoft, when is enough? When are you going to say, you know what, we don't need that code anymore? Probably when they start giving the OS away for free, because all they're doing is delivering ads to it, and they're making tenfold on advertisements what they are on the sale of the OS, because everyone pirates it, as evidenced by my, wow, Joe, buddy.
Was that a donation to crack open the next beer?
It might have been.
I think that's. I don't think it was a shot. I think it was just crack open the next beer, right? Because we're gonna get ultra sick if we keep taking shots.
I might be able to do some Di Serono on the rocks, but that shot did not hit my throat well.
Yeah. Roman, I love you too.
Yeah. Anyway, so Microsoft, it's about dang time you get away with 32-bit.
You know what it is just they don't want to get away with that 64-bit and just calling it Windows, and people are going to get confused. What do you want to download? What drivers?
Right.
32 or 64? I don't know.
Wait. What version do you want? Do you want Home? Do you want Home S?
Exactly.
Do you want N?
Yeah, no,
do you want?
That's the real.
Do you want Pro? Do you want Pro N? Do you want Education? Do you want Enterprise? Do you want? Those are all legitimate versions of Windows 10 currently. And there's a 32 and a 64-bit variant for each of them.
Stupid.
Talking about SKU confusion.
Home, Enterprise,
right. And they sell Windows 10 in multiple markets for hundreds of different prices. And so the US market, it's $120 for a Windows OEM key. Newegg has the grace to sell it for $95. You can pick up a Windows 10 Pro key in Estonia for $15.
I'm going to do all my shopping there.
And you know what? It'll validate and it'll install and it'll be a valid working key in the English US market. If you just activate it and say, oh yeah, my language is US. And it goes, okay, cool.
Yeah. My language and keyboard are US.
So yeah, all the people that got on me for saying Windows is $100, I know I said Windows is $100. I quote retail prices. The retail price for Windows 10 in the United States is not $15, it's $120. Yes, there are cheaper ways to get it. Some people don't feel that good going to skeevy websites to order those keys.
Yeah.
Are you going to get what you bought on eBay? Are you going to get what you bought on Wish.com?
Hint, hint, see video here.
Everyone's seen the video, John.
I don't know why. It's like, Jeff, it was a great idea, but...
Wow.
What came out of it? There was nothing, no content. This whole tech channel, that was the least tech thing.
That was the least tech thing I've ever done.
There was more tech in our beer vlog.
Yes, there was. There was. Because I sat in front of the monitor with my Star Citizen Caterpillar and an LCARS display.
Yeah.
And I opened up a pen, 2 ice cream cone squishies, and a sink spigot.
Yeah.
And that video has 670,000 views as of tonight. And I tripled my channel size in less than 3 weeks.
Let's do a wish. What can you get for $5?
Do you want a sneak peek? Do you want a sneak peek?
Oh.
It's on my table over here.
Is it?
I have a sneak peek.
Wait, are you gonna?
No.
Oh, okay. Don't show them. Show me.
No, I'll show them.
I know what that is.
Okay,
well, at least I know what you're holding is.
So everyone knows what this is.
Yeah, I know.
This is my
communicator.
Tried and true Game Boy Advance SP. I love this thing. I still play it today.
Really?
I've got like 20 games over there.
Oh, okay. So you know what I bought? I bought the when they came out with the retro NES. For what does it come with? Like 199 games or something like that for like $100.
Yeah.
And so my coworkers were all, and they were our age and or a little older, and they grew up with that. And so this was it came out a year ago or something, and it was crazy, and everyone sold out.
Yep.
So I was like, guys, watch this.
Yeah.
With China website. How much you spent? $100? Okay.
$23.
Not even that, like $12 or $13. 2 weeks later, 500 games. There you go.
Here's every NES game ever made.
Yep.
I thought about reviewing that, but there's some reviews on that already. I don't want to double up on that. This cart that I bought, hint, there is not a single review of.
Ooh.
This particular cart, it is unsearchable at this point. I'm not going to show you the cart, but I'll tell you I bought a game cart.
Yeah, nice.
For my Game Boy Advance SP, and it is a counterfeit, obviously.
Oh, obviously.
And it is glorious in the bugs that are present in the software.
Oh, so you've already done.
Yeah. This came before all of my other Wish.com orders. I bought this as part of the same package. This is from a different seller from my GTX orders. But it is counterfeit, and it is hilarious in how bad some of the software interfaces.
Now, is it like MAME counterfeit ROMs and?
It's counterfeit ROMs.
Okay.
It's improper titles.
Oh, that's the best. That's the best.
It is some ROM hacks that are in there that I found already.
That's good stuff right there. That'll be a good show.
It's the same list like 3 times in triplicate to get that number. Yeah, it's great. It's going to be a good video.
Here's the version from America, China, Mexico, Australia.
Right. So here's my problem: is how do I show the game display?
I was just going to say that.
I heard from a little birdie that one of my relatives may have a GameCube with the Game Boy Advance player in it, which I could capture to that. So I'm hoping to get a full screen HD display of what's actually on the screen, as if you were playing the Advance SP. So that's a video that's coming up.
That'll be
that case is a video that's coming up.
Oh yeah. You were showing that earlier on your Patreon.
Yep. Yeah, my Patreon, and I also tweeted an image out, kind of a spoiler alert.
Yeah. And if you're not on Jeff's Patreon, donate even minimum of $1? $1 a month minimum. More is always nice, but Patreon, you get access to Jeff, myself, Steve, Red, a bunch of the other guys that are following Jeff and everything. It's a great time. We talk. We've already started 3 groups,
3 sub-channels of my main channel.
Yeah. So essentially it all kind of merges into one.
Right. It's fluid.
It's fluid
in the actual dynamics of what a channel is.
But yeah, it's fun. So you get basically almost 24-hour access to all of us.
Yeah.
So.
We are literally up 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
If you chat on there, one of us is awake.
Probably.
I was chatting with one of my guys last night at 3 a.m.
Yeah. So so check out Jeff's Patreon. Give him a buck. And you also get early access to some of his videos.
Yep, exactly. So, yeah, the Wish.com video, that actually posted April 1st.
Yep.
Instead of April 5th, which is when everyone else got it. So
you did another video, too. But yeah, again, so.
When I can get them out early, I get them out early. I give you guys exclusive access. I hear your feedback. I say, what did you like? What didn't you like?
Yep.
That kind of thing. It lets you be part of the creative process because in this case, my 4th package hadn't arrived yet. My sync spigot wasn't in the first video that went out.
Also, if you have hey, I'm working on this, you have the 4 of us of tech talk and suggestions.
We're talking about 43-inch 4K display alternatives. We're talking about wall mounting computers. We're talking about home brewing. We're talking about anything that interests us. We're fair game on chatting
we're fair game, and if it interests you, you're like, hey, throughout the week, hey, I have trouble with this.
Yep.
So, What else we got in the news?
Let's see. This one excited me.
This actually excited, and I'm not a big photo as buff as you are, but this even excited me for the price.
Yeah. So if you are not familiar with BlackMagic, let me catch you up. Where the heck have you been? For the video user. These are not photo cameras. These are video cameras, and these are cinema production quality video cameras that they've been putting out for a number of years now. They're the makers of the DaVinci Resolve software. Mm-hmm. That's a BlackMagic product. But about 4 years ago, they introduced the BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera, which is about the size of a Sony NEX5. So super small camera. That did 1080p at 250 megabit per second. Recorded in ProRes codec, as well as recorded in RAW. Could do 720p at 120 frames per second. It's a micro four thirds mount, and so you could adapt literally any lens you possibly want to it. But it's been stagnant for about 4 years. Until
now.
Like Monday, I think this came out. Until Monday, they finally revamped the camera, introducing the BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K.
That's the sweet part.
Pocket is
relative
as a relative term here. I wear cargo pants primarily. It could probably fit in my pocket, not with a lens attached.
No. It is the size of a DSLR.
Yeah, it's the size of my Sony a6000, or actually slightly larger than that.
It looks wider.
With a very predominant grip on the side of it.
Yeah.
The grip that's right in here. There's a number of really, really cool features with this camera. First and foremost, records 4K in RAW.
Yeah, that's the beauty.
Yeah. Which is, if you have ever seen, if you're a photo buff, or rather a video buff, and you've checked out BlackMagic's color grading within their camera line, they have absolutely amazing dynamic range, color correctability, color space that you can work with in their RAW files. And to go from 1080 to 4K, and I think this has 17 stops of dynamic range or something like that. So, I mean, just absolutely insane. They also upped the ISO to 25,600. But it is a true cinema RAW at a 4096 by 2160. So it's the true 2x1.
Yeah.
Or very close to 2x1, rather. Records in 12-bit RAW or 10-bit ProRes at 4K 60 FPS. We'll also do 1080p 120 FPS.
Yeah, that was really cool. So if you like those really quick slow-mo, GoPro crap.
Which at $1,300, are you kidding me?
Steal.
Right. Absolute steal. To put this in perspective, people went gaga and ape whatever over the new GH5S from Panasonic, that it could record RAW at 4K at, I believe it was 30 FPS. And that's a $1,900 camera, I want to say. $1,819, somewhere like that. You might be able to get it for like $15. And the Sony A7 III, which doesn't record RAW, but records some pretty high codecs, something like 280 megabit per second at 4K, but again, still 30 FPS. And that's a $2,000 body. $1,300 gets you legit professional level videography.
Oh, yeah.
In your camera body.
Yeah, and then this also, I believe, will record directly to your hard drive, too. You don't even have to use internal storage.
Right. This has CFast 2.0 as well as a microSD XC slot, I believe. And it has USB-C with host support, so you can pass it straight through to a solid-state hard drive over USB-C.
Yeah.
What that means is if you're on location, like say I take this camera to CES and I need to crank a video out, rather than popping the SD card out of that, popping it in my laptop, and downloading literally like 80 gigs of footage for a 4K RAW file that I just shot for like 13 minutes. I can just have a shoulder rig with a USB-C hard drive mounted to it, like 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte.
Yeah, just like some Velcro.
Throw a 960 Pro into an enclosure and just record to that beast.
Yeah.
And then pop that out, pop it in your laptop, and you're editing. There's no transferring. There's no...
No, nothing. It's got 3.5 millimeter mic plus mini XLR.
Mini XLR, 3.5 in, and 3.5 headphone jack as well.
Yes.
Which was another huge feature.
Yeah. So you can listen. So you can also have that boom mic guy or whatever if you're going to have.
Right.
Which is great. Again,
if you're doing a 2 or 3 person shoot, you've got an on-camera personality, you've got one camera operator and a boom mic guy. Those two can work together, have headphones coming off of the rig. But there's a couple really cool features for vloggers as well that I was really interested in. This button right here, do you know what that does?
Focus?
That starts record.
Oh.
So as I'm holding the camera selfie style out in front of me, there's a button inside the grip for your thumb to start record from the front side of the camera. On the back side of the camera, there's 2 buttons right up here at the top. If I can... there we go. There's 2 buttons right up here at the top for these 2 fingers. One of them is focus and one of them is exposure.
Oh,
and so you can point it at your face, hit those 2 buttons, and you're set to go, and then hit record.
Nice.
And so if you are a vlogger, if you are an on-the-go, handheld GoPro style guy, and you want 4K RAW 60 FPS, that's your camera.
I wonder what the stability or the gyro is on this.
There's no built-in image stabilization, but you can adapt nearly any lens to this, like I said. And so there's a lot of Micro Four Thirds lenses, the 12 to 105 from Olympus. It is an amazing lens with built-in image stabilization.
But I was also saying that for autofocus, too, that you needed the lens adapter for the autofocus.
Correct. Yeah, Micro Four Thirds will mount natively to it, but if you're adapting another style, you need the smart adapter from someone like Metabones or someone like that. Very similar to the rig that I have here with my Sony a6000.
So is this going to be your next camera?
This will likely be what I upgrade to.
Jeff's next check from YouTube.
My next check is lights.
Is it?
Oh yeah, I'm buying some new lights.
Light? Oh, good. I'll take these.
Yeah. Not my overheads.
Oh.
Do you see any other lights in this room?
I mean, okay, there's one.
Right. There's an umbrella light over there, which I still hate. But there's not a single light in my den.
It looks good enough.
There is no light in my den. I had to add fluorescent tube LED ceiling lights.
You got right there the octopus lamp. Use that.
Do you want to know how bad the color off that is?
Just get decent light bulbs.
Those are decent light bulbs.
Just get some Chinese knockoff light bulbs and get those ones that are like Bluetooth stream.
I have one of those in the corner over here for my workbench.
That you can like do different videos and sync with it. Like, yeah.
Oh, get some like Philips Hue bulbs in there.
Yeah, we need that in there. Yeah, sync it up with these LEDs right there in the back. There you go.
I'm actually thinking about coordinating my main workstation once I'm done with it with the LEDs in the desk, and so they'll all dance at the same time. So yeah, that's on my list. So, but no, BlackMagic. Again, if you're not a video buff, I'm sorry for going off for like 15 minutes. That camera is amazing. No, legit amazing.
I think though it's really cool though. For any of, I'm betting out of the 20,000 subscribers, you probably do have a few vloggers.
I've got a few video buffs.
Yeah, exactly. So it probably hit a couple people. So I said, do you want to finish that? We'll open up another one for Joe. Or, I mean, I'm wanting to open up one. I'm getting thirsty. I know you're a bit sicker than I am.
Yeah, just a little bit. I'll try not to reach inside your glass there.
Thanks, sir. So, but no, even at that price point, it's a really, really nice video.
That is a professional level video camera that puts it into hobbyist range.
Yeah.
It really is. Now, again, it is still a professional level camera. There's a lot of post-production that goes into that. There's a lot of knowing how to use your camera that goes into that. There's a lot of extraneous gear that you're going to need to use that camera.
Yeah.
You may want a shoulder rig. You're going to want external microphones. You're going to want monitors. You may want like a Ninja Atmos recorder, or at least an external larger screen for focus. So
that was the other thing.
But it puts it into the hobbyist realm.
Yes. No. It is. Yeah. The hobbyist.
I did not spill that. Shut up.
You did.
Shut up.
It's okay. I badly poured my head.
So someone asked if we like talking about head on this show because it's talking heads. John likes talking about head on the show.
Oh, shut up. No. You just like talking about how I give the best head.
Best head in Salem.
Best head in Salem. I used to be anyway.
Yeah.
I used to be.
You ever gonna open back up?
I don't know. If it will, it'll be years.
Yeah.
Years from now, and if it will be, it'll be something different. Probably once the child gets older.
Yep.
That'll be the thing. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was when I was in that element, I loved it, and I thought even my customers, I think they really loved it because they even said they only came there to talk to me and one other of my employees. That's what brought them back. And then once that left, none of them.
There was no reason. No
reason to even come back. They're just like, what's the point?
If you have a local favorite bar, I guarantee it's the local favorite bar because of the bartender that works there. I guarantee it. I don't care who you are, where you go. That's why.
Yeah.
And John is that bartender. He is really good at what he does.
Thanks.
So, anyways,
back to some tech.
Zotac. Have you ever seen these machines before?
I have seen similar machines, but not this brand.
Yeah. So Zotac is pretty well known in the industry for kind of doing some more niche products. One of them is their, I don't want to call it the cube or the brick because that's a gigabyte. I don't remember what Zotac calls it, but they make a micro machine that is super tiny. In fact, they had one last year that was water cooled on both the CPU and GPU. But they are pretty well known for doing very, very small form factor machines for hardware that does not belong in a small form factor machine. This is the next in that lineup. This is the QK7P3000 and the 7P5000. Basically, what these are workstation grade mini cube PCs. Or Z-Box, that's what they call it.
Z-Box. Okay.
Z-Box. These sport Quadro Pascal powered cards. So workstation level in a box that's less than 6x6 square.
That one's a bit bigger.
Sorry, this one's a bit bigger.
Yeah, let's say it's like that one's a bit bigger.
Yeah, this one's 7.25 by 7.25 by 2 point.
But still,
by 2 3/4 high.
That's
so we're talking Mac Mini territory.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with the Mac Minis, they're those tiny little guys with mobile chips.
I have shipping boxes that are bigger than this thing.
Right.
You know, that scale on the floor is bigger than this thing.
So. The GPU inside the 7P3000 will use a Quadro P3000 6GB GDDR5. The 5000 will use the P5000 16GB GDDR5. And naturally, the 1000 comes with the P1000 4GB.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And they're going to pair these with, it sounds like, not Kaby Lake. Kaby Lake 7700T, which is kind of an interesting choice. Being as we have Coffee Lake now and there's better chips available, a la the 8800 or 8809 non-G variant. But Kaby Lake, still a decently fine mobile chip. But they're pairing basically mobile quad-core hyper-threaded CPUs with Quadro graphics in a workstation. So if you are a 3D renderer, 3D artist, if you rely on a Quadro card for your workflow, these are pretty good. What are you laughing at?
Steve.
What did I miss?
Replace your light bulbs with the foam. Where did it go? Oh gosh. Yeah, replace the light bulbs with the ice cream cones you got.
Someone says you guys look lit. We're not lit.
We're not lit. No, it's the lighting.
Yeah, my lighting sucks in here.
Oh no. We have been lit on this show before.
I've been lit.
Yeah.
This is not lit.
Well, I wouldn't say we've never actually been lit on this show.
I don't think you and I have been lit on this show. Me and Steve have been lit on this show.
You and Steve have been lit, and then you're like, hey,
twice.
After the show, let's do it some more.
Right.
No.
After the show, let's have like 3 more shots.
Yeah.
Why
not? No. You and I have never been lit.
Dang it, Steve! I have to work at 7 a.m.
Yeah. Steve has that charisma of like, yeah, let's keep going. If no one knows, Steve is my brother, and if you haven't seen that, but we kind of look alike.
Yeah.
But yeah, my brothers all have that charisma. My wife and all of my sister-in-laws and everything, they're always just like, I was never a drinker till I met your family.
Till I met Steve.
Yeah, Steve or my brother Mike, who's in LA.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're all just like, and they always refer to like going out as either we're going to get Steve Shubin drunk or we're going to get Mike Shubin drunk.
Right.
And it's always this term of how drunk you're going to get because of just the fun and they bring it up.
I will say you missed a good time at the Fort George festival.
Oh, I bet with Nate and everyone. Yeah.
So that is the most blitzed I've ever been in public.
Oh.
And in fact, I didn't know they had trolleys that would take you back to your hotel. So I walked 1.5 miles back from Fort George to the hotel that I was staying at on Highway 101. At like 10:30 at night, just like staggering down the street. It was not a good look.
So it was like the Brewfest.
Yeah, no.
Worse or
worse.
Oh, wow.
When they're giving Suge Knights for 1 token.
Yeah, that was.
And they're heavy pouring inside.
Oh yeah.
So you're getting.
Well, I mean, they got to get rid of it. That's the thing. What was that, 1 or 2 day festival?
Right.
And they're probably like,
so festival's wrapping up. We're sitting in a booth inside their brewery, and they're giving away one of the beers. I forget who makes it, but it's a Suge Knight. It's a 13.1.
Boneyard.
Yeah, Boneyard. Boneyard Suge Knight is a 13.1% Imperial Russian Stout.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's delicious.
It's if you love banana and chocolate, and just some roasty notes.
1 token, so $1 got you like 6 ounces.
Oh gosh.
And so I had like 9 of those.
Yeah.
Before I lost track of where I was at with my tokens.
Oh yeah. No. After, if you ever do go see the beer run that Jeff and I did, afterwards we didn't document this, but we both. Oh no, did we? We didn't.
Which one?
The cocktail, your cocktail, and.
I said I was drinking a cocktail.
Oh, okay.
I didn't share. The one episode that has the least amount of beer in it is our beer run episode.
Is it?
Yep. it shows me like highlighting the sign, crack a beer open while you're shopping. And then it shows you getting one and smelling it, and then it shows me like taking a sip out of a sample glass.
Oh.
And that's all the beer that we actually drink in that episode.
We drank. Well, we drank afterwards. That was the thing. It was early in the morning. That's the thing.
It was 9 a.m.
Yeah, so who drinks at 9 a.m.?
Not all the time.
Not all the time. It was
occasion.
a special occasion. You know, basically every day but weekends.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And I apologize if I'm sniffling into the microphone. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm trying not to.
It's also allergy season too.
It's allergy season in Oregon, but I've legit got a cold and it's like in my throat.
This one.
one.
I am interested. I was almost tempted to go buy an Alexa just for this.
Just to try it out.
Just to try it out and be like, okay. Honestly, I want to know how in depth this was going to be.
Right. So Amazon Alexa is getting some Star Trek chops. They are getting a number of things onto the Alexa that are based on Star Trek. One of them is a Star Trek trivia game that you can say, "Hey Alexa, ask me anything."
Yeah.
And it'll ask you any fact about Star Trek as a genre over the last 50 years.
Which, okay, episode per episode, but then I don't know, like, writers, and I don't know, you know, main actor's name of, like, name the episode where the actor name only appeared once in a particular suit, and blah. Like, I don't know that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then, but also,
I do know that the Doctor on Voyager played homage to Zimmerman because he was the longtime art director on the show. Rick Behrman and what's his name, Zimmerman, Herman Zimmerman, I believe. And so when the Doctor went crazy, or when he started getting messages, and he said they keep thinking I'm this Zimmerman fellow. Oh. That was paying homage to the art director for like the past 25 years in Star Trek.
But yeah, also while
I know my random facts too.
I will say you and Rhett know more than I do on track. I know some random facts, but I know a lot of the episodes and I think storyline and everything. But you and Rhett are more the behind the scenes
technical specifications.
Yeah, exactly.
If D&D was a Star Trek game.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
It probably is.
Probably. I'm sure someone's made it. But the other cool thing about this, it also plays like the sounds. It has sound effects in the background as it plays too. You know, if you get a right answer, if you get a wrong answer. It has the laser, the phasers, and the doors, and warp speed. Everything.
John, turbo lift. Doors.
No, I was just saying the doors. No.
Okay, in general.
In doors, because they all make the same sound.
Okay, that's true. Except when they don't open the doors properly and Kirk runs into it.
Yes.
If you have not looked up the YouTube video, there's a YouTube video of Star Trek bloopers of nothing but the actor of the
doors,
the stage guy missing the cue to open a door,
and you see
and the actors say you have to trust that the door will be open because it's supposed to be automatic and you're supposed to be living in the future and this is supposed to be day-to-day life. So hit that door and hit it with a certainty that you're going to walk through it. And so there's countless takes of Riker and Worf and Picard and Kirk and Spock, like walking like headlong into a door and go, motherfucker.
Yeah. If you haven't figured it out by now, this channel we have a bunch of Trek nerds. We even see, and even on the
we stay on track for about an hour and 15, and then it just goes off the rails, and it's Star Trek from there on out.
Oh yeah, but even if you're on Patreon, we do a lot of like Star Trek memes to each other. And we have like meme battles, but it's just for some reason it ends up being all Trek. the dancing Picards. Even when Jeff like celebrates, hey, check out I'm so happy about this. Like we'll like do a Trek meme to him or anything like that, or a GIF or something, or GIF, right. Whatever people say it.
GIF.
Whatever. It was GIF when I was young.
It was
GIF when I was young.
It was not GIF. You were uneducated.
Whatever. It's GIF.
I'm gonna go drink some gin and forget this conversation.
Don't you mean gin?
Gin. Jeffrey the giraffe.
Yeah.
What else you got? Come at me, bro. Oh god, I just started a flame war. Anyway, moving right along.
This was something that you guys wasn't with me, but was also on the show.
Yep.
A couple episodes ago.
Yep. So Steven Seagal, reputable actor.
Right.
I mean, just
90s, late 80s.
Yeah. Stand-up guy.
180 pounds ago.
Yep. Anyway, he backed, celebrity endorsed, a new cryptocurrency called BitCoiin B2G, which is not based on Bitcoin blockchain. It's based on Ethereum blockchain. And basically, they were going to deliver an initial coin offering that the startup claimed raised $75 million. The state of New Jersey issued them a cease and desist after we aired that episode.
Was it because like a day after they launched?
Like a day after, yeah.
Yeah. Not the episode, but they went
a day after they launched their ICO, initial coin offering. The state of New Jersey issued them a cease and desist for being a pyramid scheme, which we called out on the show.
Yes.
Because their distribution model, if you ever watch The Office, and he goes, it's not a pyramid scheme, and what's his name gets up and on the whiteboard draws the pyramid on the... It's a pyramid scheme. In fact, I think there was even a pyramid on the paper that they handed out. Basically, it says for our top tier supporters and blockchainers, we'll be giving 15% of the profits, and then 10, and then 8, and 7, and then 5. So it's like it's a pyramid scheme. That's all this is. And the fact that Steven Seagal endorses it just makes it that much better. But someone called me out in the comments section.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, man, this was just horrible.
For only reporting one side of the story. And I'm sorry, I'm reporting independent third-party sources for the story. I'm not quoting the defense's legal counsel as a source. They're a source for a reference, but not the be-all, end-all source. And someone got really irritated with me that I wasn't taking Steven Seagal at his word and that I owed him a formal apology.
It was Jeff did take a screenshot of the comment, and then I tried to go in and comment back, and whoever I believe deleted the comment.
Yeah.
It is no longer up, but it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I think everyone had a good laugh.
Yeah, we had a good chuckle, but basically the defense for this is, the lawyers for BitCoiin B2G have filed a grievance against the state of New Jersey saying, no, we're not giving any more ICOs away. We just want to exist. Not refuting the fact that the Bitcoin scheme is a Ponzi scheme / pyramid scheme, but just saying, no, the ICO is just like a one-time thing. Don't worry about it. Won't happen again. We're stand-up guys. We got Steven Seagal behind us.
Yeah.
You trust him.
Trust Steven Seagal. He'll karate
You can
chop
trust Steven Seagal.
He's a policeman now. If you don't know that.
Deputy.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I don't want to give him more credit than he's due. Steam Spy is shutting down as Valve blames new privacy settings.
Stupid Facebook.
So basically, if you weren't aware, Steam does collect analytics off your machine. It is not the Steam Hardware Survey, which has been a highly debated point of contention on my channel. in the past for a video that I posted, which will become a regular video series.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh.
So I'm going to start by doing an annual update, and I may make it biannual. We'll just look at it, and it'll be a regular series that I do.
And then there's like, oh, craft computers, shut it down.
Right, exactly. So Steam does collect analytics from you, from your use case based on your usage within Steam. What did you look for within the Steam browser? What did you search for? What did you buy? What's your library like? What's your playtime?
Yeah.
They collect all that data. They are shutting the Steam Spy service down due to privacy concerns a la Facebook.
Yeah.
A la, if someone got a hold of this data, what would that mean for our image, our reputation, our users?
How much time do you play Team Fortress 2? Oh, you're going to vote this way because you play Team Fortress 2? Oh, we're going to turn it off now.
Right.
You know,
John, the high hour players in Team Fortress 2 are not voting. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it.
You're playing Borderlands 2? Oh, I know which way you're going to vote now.
Yeah. What you got against Borderlands 2?
Nothing.
I love Borderlands 2.
I like Borderlands 2 too.
I don't trust your tone right now.
I was trying to think of something like Russian, but I couldn't think of anything.
If anyone's got Russian ties in this room.
Yeah. I'm going to turn my ringtone off.
So someone asked what's going on with the monitor behind me. That is my 43-inch 4K LG monitor running an LCARS display from LCARS47.com. There's a link to it in the wish.com video, as well as like 30 comments that I responded to.
Yep, he's not sponsored by them whatsoever.
Not sponsored, how could you not love that?
Oh, it's super sweet.
It's beautiful. It comes as both an interactive application that is also network supported, so you can link multiple machines together and go to Red Alert, and all your machines will go to Red Alert at the same time.
Yeah, not Star Wars freaks.
No.
Not whatsoever.
No. Star Trek.
That's why I said Star Wars, not...
Yeah, not Star Wars.
I wasn't being sarcastic, Jeff.
Okay. Just make sure you didn't have a weird...
No, I'm not covering my ass whatsoever. Not at all.
Not on this show. Straight shooters.
Yes.
Oh God, we're even clicking.
I know, right? I'm your huckleberry.
So I did a Modders Inc. video a couple of days ago, and my sign off. My intro for Craft Computing is welcome back to Craft Computing. As always, I'm Jeff. For Modders Inc., I wanted to change it up, and so I say, "What's up, everyone? I'm Jeff, back for Modders Inc." And so I give them the tagline and not put the focus on me. At the end of the episode, I say, "Thanks for watching. As always, I'm Jeff, and I'll see you in the next video." That's my sign-on.
So I'm always
doing the finger. So what I did is, as always, I'm Jeff, and I'll see you in the next video.
I don't know what to do.
And so the blooper at the end of my video is I did finger guns too early.
It's just like
don't know what to do with my hand. Yeah.
I drive. I like to drive fast.
Thank you, baby Jesus.
Thank you, baby Jesus. I like baby Jesus.
This one was funny.
I thought this was quite hilarious too.
I've been the target of ransomware schemes at my place of business before, where we've had encrypted servers and we have good backups, so we just wiped the data and refreshed it. Made sure that no data ever left the network.
You're basically like, screw you.
Yeah. Well, make sure no data ever left the network, so we work with our antivirus providers, and there's a whole bunch of different hoops to jump through in legal matters, but basically if you get ransomware, you go through your remediation steps. First and foremost is integrity of your data. Second most is getting your data back. Third most is screw you, ransomware people. This is a new variant of ransomware, though, that doesn't ask for Bitcoin or Bitcoin or
why not?
Or Ethereum or any kind of other cryptocurrency.
Cash or card number or whatever.
They want you to plow through PUBG for them.
I wonder who sponsored this.
I have no idea. I don't think PUBG's behind it. But basically, if you play like 100 hours of PUBG, we'll give you your data back. Is what this amounts to. So, interesting tactic. Probably better than the going through Tor and wiring me X amount of funds in Bitcoin, which the average person absolutely, the average person at the hospital absolutely has access to Tor and has access to Bitcoins. Who wouldn't? But I thought this one was kind of clever.
Oh yeah. Well, there was examples of like, this isn't the first,
right?
And there have been others that have done similar things where you have to play, you have to get X amount of coin from this game,
right?
And I think it was 0.2 million or something, and then we'll unleash it. It's very harmless.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's not the first, but still very funny.
Yeah. Your files is encrypted by PUBG Ransomware, but don't worry, it is not hard to unlock it. I don't want money, just play PUBG for 1 hour. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So 1 hour. 1 hour gets you all your files back and gets this guy X amount of experience inside of PUBG. So, clever. Clever way to do it. All right, what are you guys talking about in chat?
Well, one guy's actually going to Germany.
Who's going to Germany?
His wife's going to Germany, and he wanted to know what beers his wife should get. So I'm trying to message him. But then there is some guy who just joined up last week,
as 50%, 66% of my viewership did.
Keep it up. Okay, that's fine. What if my PC is a potato? What can I plug in? Okay, never mind. Shut up. Steve's talking crap.
Yeah.
Scroll.
Seagal is a surprisingly good musician and guitarist.
You know what?
I agree.
He actually, although I will say,
he's kind of got the Kenny G thing going.
He does. But you and I...
Little pentatonic scale.
So Jeff and I are also musicians. Yep. We used to play together. One thing, though, that Steven Seagal nowadays, and I don't like this about musicians, too, especially when you consider yourself semi-professional or professional, is you sit down a lot. Mm-hmm. And everyone else in the band is standing.
I hate sitting when I'm playing.
Okay, so I will say I'm a drummer. So
percussionist. I'll give you that.
Percussionist.
I'll give you percussionist.
Yes, percussionist. So I do have to stand out, but I'm a very lively percussionist.
Yes.
So I try to entertain as I do.
He's doing the twirls.
I'm doing the twirls and flows and really high, stick things. Not just I don't keep things tight. I mean,
he's not a 2/4 rock.
I'm not a 2/4. Yeah. So I'm very entertaining. But I've always hated when everyone's in the band. Steven Seagal is like that. I've seen videos. He's great. Actually, it's really cool too. He actually doesn't play with a pick. He's all finger.
Right.
He plays a lot of blues. Mm-hmm. Very good at that. And he's been doing that for a while. And surprisingly, actually, I think I've even heard him sing a couple blues songs too.
He's not bad.
He's
not a bad musician.
Not bad. There was, what was it? There's a Chinese or Korean or something. There's a movie. He's a guest star in it, also with Mike Tyson. And right? And there's a whole... And the movie doesn't revolve around these two actors, but the movie itself revolves around a 15-minute fight scene. The whole trailer is just the fight scene of these two guys.
Uh-huh.
But that has nothing to do with the movie. It's just this one scene where these two guys fight, where Steven Seagal is a bar owner, and he looks like Steven Seagal.
Right.
And Mike Tyson doesn't speak a word. I think he says something like, "Don't like me." I can't even get that out.
Right.
Something like that. And he starts punching through, like, brick walls. And, it's that overdone Chinese thing, and Steven Seagal just...
The Bollywood style.
Yeah, it's total Bollywood. But just that 5 minutes is kind of worth watching. The rest of the movie's crap.
Yep.
But I don't know why I kept going on that. Just reminded me that it came out. So whatever. This is how we do it on Talking Heads.
That's right. John's a percussionist. Also plays a little guitar, a little bass. I started classically trained. I took 7 years of private clarinet lessons.
Yes. Knows. Someone else I'm thinking did sax.
Okay. The band instruments that I play, the list is a lot shorter if I list the ones that I don't play. So it's clarinet, saxophone, and all the variations therein.
Oh yeah, you do play sax.
I do play sax.
Oh, there's something
I can't play trumpet or French horn. I can't do the smaller brass, but I can do trombone, baritone, tuba.
I should show you this link I sent to Matt who also does.
I think I saw the one.
Yeah. Where it's a saxophone kazoo or harmonica.
Yeah.
Saxophone harmonica. So it's a portable sax that's basically
there was a Yamaha WX5 on Craigslist this last week for $130, and I almost just bought it, so I had it. What it is, it's a wind-controlled MIDI device.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, and I almost bought it. I've wanted one for years. When they came out, they were like $800.
Yeah.
And what it is, it's a wind-controlled. It's basically like an electronic saxophone that you hook up to a synthesizer, and then you tell it what sound you want to be, and you play the sound. And it's embouchure controlled, and it's wind velocity controlled.
Oh.
And so you can actually get really, really expressive but electronic music. And someone had
like
one
the
for
keyboard tie.
Right. Oh, it's totally keytar.
Yeah.
When you're going with it, but you can do, if you have a good synthesizer with like a clarinet sound, you can play clarinet, you can play sax, you can play whatever else you want to play with all your standard fingerings for saxophone. But in a much tighter package that's electronic, that can be piped in. That, it's just a cool little device. And I almost bought one. And in fact, the other day assumed I played the bassoon. I'm not a double reed guy. Not a double reed. I did play an E-flat contrabass clarinet.
Ooh.
In symphony before.
Yeah, see, I was always just the rock band guy, so I always stuck with I know guitar, bass, and drums, and that's what I know.
I'm not going to toot my own horn here.
Yeah.
But my sophomore year of high school, I was the principal clarinetist for the Western International Band Clinic in Seattle, Washington, which is the 6 states in the Northwest. I was chair 1 for clarinet. And I've done that for bass, No, it's bow tie.
Oh, yeah.
Got to get that going. But, I'm for a high school, early college level, I was quite an accomplished wind player.
And can you do it now?
I can still play now.
Can you play at that level now?
I can play beyond what a lot of high school players can play.
Okay.
I'm not professional level by any means, but I can still jam.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can still play. I break it out once every couple of months, and play a couple licks still. The reason I bring that up is also my sophomore year of high school, I played the Artie Shaw Clarinet Concerto with an 80-piece orchestra behind me.
Ooh, that would actually be pretty cool.
I've got a video.
Oh, that would actually be pretty cool.
I may just post that to YouTube.
Yeah, that
maybe for my Patreon backers.
Yeah, there you go.
Tell you what.
There you go.
Patreon backers, I will upload that video.
There you go. Keep it private and upload it just for the Patreon. So if you want to see it.
If you want to see
donate $1 to Jeff.
If you want to see what I look like clean shaven.
Right, at what, 19, 18?
16.
16!
16-year-old me.
16 Jeff. Still the same
glorious 360i.
Oh! 4x3?
Yeah. Oh, of course. Widescreen wasn't even a thing back then.
I know.
We're talking like 2001.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Back in the glory days.
There was some widescreen back then, but you had to pay up for it.
Yep. So I actually found that video on my server this last week, and I'm like, I'll be darned, it's still around. I've still got it. But anymore, I'm bass or ukulele.
Yeah,
is what I jam on primarily. 6-string guitar I can play, but I'm not good. I can carry a rhythm. I'm a rhythm guitarist. I'm not a lead guitarist.
No, I'm not a shredder. Yeah.
And on bass, I'm pretty decent in like carrying a bass line. I took 7 years of music theory. I certainly should be good at carrying a foundation.
Yeah.
So that's what I do in my my recreational time when I'm not busy with this, which is all the time.
Yeah, I was about to say so twice a year?
Twice a year anymore. Yeah. I actually get out of the house and play bass.
Oh, I know. It's pretty.
I have my uke over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was looking at my garage and it's just, I got like 5 drum sets in here. Oh. When am I ever going to play these again?
Am I ever going to do anything with them again?
I know, but I don't ever want to get rid of them.
No, especially your Roland.
Yeah.
I love your electronic.
That was fun.
Yeah.
There was one time Jeff and I played, I don't know if actually you were there. I think it was just with Matt. But they asked me to play. No, yeah, you weren't there. I think you were sick or something. So I know bass, not as good as Jeff. I know the basics, and I can keep, if you're playing a basic 4/4 rhythm and pretty simple notes, I can keep along with you. And then, like Jeff was saying, I was a percussionist, or I can be a percussionist. Mm-hmm. So I have a Roland set. So I took my Roland set out. I put the bass kick down, but I switched it to a different MIDI sound. My left foot had a tambourine. And then I was playing
That
bass.
was the day my house caught fire.
Yes. That's why I had to do all this.
That's why I was gone.
So I had my right foot playing a MIDI drum key. I had my left foot playing the tambourine, and I was having to play bass. So I'm sitting there doing this the whole time. I'm just like, holy cow. Yeah. I was like, please don't do any odd timing.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
That's awesome. I didn't know you did that.
Oh yeah, no, I think I had to do it twice.
So yeah, we had a gig where I was slated to play bass and John was on drums, and then my house caught fire at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
and it was
electrical fire, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was electrical fire. It was an 8 a.m. call, and I called and said I literally cannot make it.
Yeah,
there's no possible way I am going to be there, and it's like okay.
And then so the guy we're playing with calls me up. I was like, can we do what we were talking about? All right, let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
You know the thing we've been talking about for like 6 months? Yeah, that day is now.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and try it. So every now and then I get called from Matt, and I go to his place.
Nice.
And play. I got that really... You ever seen that really thin drum set I had?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
you got a Rhythm Traveler, too.
Yeah. So
that's right.
So I take that with me, and it works great over there.
God, I love that set. I got a chance to play one of those one time at a Guitar Center, and
yeah,
I fell in love with it.
Tom, snare, also... The bass needs a little oomph.
Yeah.
But everything else... Fantastic.
Good sound.
Good sound. And I got it for free.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I hosted a wedding at the bar.
Yeah.
Or a reception. Wedding reception. I hosted that for free.
Played some French horn for a while. Imagine a fat 5th grader with a French horn.
What don't you... I mean, that's typical of what you imagine a French horn player.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, sorry. And unsubscribe.
Yeah. Thanks, John.
Yeah. Oh, that one guy.
That one guy.
Starts trickling down 19, 18. John!
I already ticked off the BitCoiin defender.
Yeah.
Whose one defense was the legal counsel's submission to the New Jersey court.
Oh. So my coworker's on here.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's actually on here. That's cool.
Nice. What else we got here? Just started the channel today and watch for the Wish $1 1080 Ti card. Yep. If you're new to the channel, again, welcome. We do this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. It's a loose and free show. We drink beer. We talk about what interests us. Sometimes it's not what interests you.
Yeah, that is true.
So it's just kind of get to know us as people. The co-host kind of rotates between John, Steve, and Rhett, who are just 3 local friends that I've got, who all share pretty similar interests.
Yeah, pretty similar interests. We all have something in the tech industry that we can contribute. All of us do not have the same job, so we all have different points that we can come in at, which is nice. I would say you are probably the most hardware-oriented guy that we know.
Yep.
And in the show. So we come actually probably more of Steve and I are more of a software.
Yep.
And Rhett is more of I'd say gamer.
Rhett's more of a gamer. Rhett runs Game Devs Quest, which is... they have a podcast. It's a weekly podcast. He also runs a Twitter handle and a webpage that is devoted to new programmers and new gamers getting into the hobby of writing your own games. And so he comes at it from that perspective. John and Steve are both your kind of database administration. Yeah. John's a developer, or Steve's a developer.
So am I.
Yeah. Again, you both kind of
we
put feet into both.
Yeah. Steve and I both do similar jobs of database and product development or internal product development.
Right.
But what we do is we develop and program software for internal use for the company, not external use.
Right.
Not for
not
the
customer facing.
Not customer. Yeah.
Right.
No. It's more of we do the how do we manage this invoice? How do we manage that? And where does it go?
And then I'm an enterprise network and server engineer. That's my trade. It's what I do.
Yeah.
I've been in hardware for a long time. Longer than I've been out of high school. We'll put it that way.
Yes. Steve and my dad is also Steve and my dad. that came out wrong. Okay, yeah. No. So Steve,
your dad,
my dad, and Steve's dad,
who you share with Steve,
who I share with Steve,
yes,
has been in the tech industry and everything since the mid '60s.
Right.
So yeah, he actually used to work in the big ribbon computers in the big server rooms that are probably twice the size of Jeff's house.
Yep.
Actually, I got Jeff a really.
Grab it. Go ahead and grab it.
Hey.
Someone asked real quick, I have a Ryzen 3 1200 and a GTX 1050. Should I upgrade to a new Ryzen or a 1060? That's a decent question.
Go ahead and get to that.
Number one, are you overclocking your 1200 at all? What are you getting to? What's your RAM speed at? Because RAM speed makes the largest difference, even over an overclock for a Ryzen, especially the 3 series chip. If you're running 2133 or 2400, consider getting maybe like a 3000 kit and seeing if you can post at 3000 to get some extra CPU performance. What games do you play? Where's your bottleneck at? You actually need to take metrics to find out, is your CPU your bottleneck or is your GPU your bottleneck? And then beyond that, honestly, the 1060 will run in just about any machine. When you start getting to the 1070 level, I start to question what CPU you're pairing it with. That's kind of my threshold. So 1060, ignore the 3 gig. By all means, it's not a true 1060. It actually has fewer CUDA cores in it and 3 gigs less of memory. And in this day and age, with resolution getting higher and textures getting larger, memory is being eaten up by more and more things every day, and you'll get more longevity out of your card with a larger frame buffer. So go with the 6 gig card. If that's your upgrade, go with that. 1066 gig, great card. And in fact, Newegg had them in stock this weekend for retail prices.
Woohoo!
Which I predicted 4 weeks ago.
So, I'll be back for Jeff. Just quick, can anyone on the chat identify what this object is?
Yep. That's a special object right there.
Special object.
Not overclocking, have 8 gigs of 3200. Perfect, your memory is fine. I would maybe add a slight overclock to that because I believe the 1200 has a 3.2 base clock. See if you can get it up to 3.5 or 3.6 and then dive into the 1060. You'll be well served by it. 1066 gig.
Oh, Steve was saying if Joe comes to Oregon, we'll have him on.
Yep. Oh, if Joe comes to Oregon, he will sit right between us.
Yeah. Joe will just start like throwing down cash.
Joe, eventually, I'm gonna just have to pay for a plane ticket for you, my friend. As long as it's not singles, don't. Make it rain. Let's see what else we got here. Orange circle. It's a giant orange disc. It's a platter. Joe with the right answer.
Joe.
It
is.
Joe. That Joe with the right answer.
All right.
Joe. That is a platter.
That is a platter.
How large was that platter?
I don't remember. It's older than 82. Someone said 82. No, yeah. This is older than 82.
No, this is a 78.
Yeah.
Ish.
I had to tear apart it was really tall, big old computer, but I had a job a long time ago, and I basically had to disassemble a whole entire bunch of towers.
Joe, IBM, you are correct. That is an IBM platter.
Yeah.
If you've ever passed through the Eugene airport, which I don't know why you would because it's not a huge airport, but if you've ever passed through there for years and years and years, and I don't know if it's still on display, but I really hope it is, they had an original IBM 2 megabyte hard drive, which was about this big.
Yeah.
And the platters were about that size, so that's probably a 256 kilobyte platter.
I think that sounds about right. Yeah.
That's either a 512 kilobyte or 256 kilobyte.
Yeah.
But yes, that is a platter. It is an infinitesimally small amount of data.
Oh, it was. When someone told me how big this tower was, I was like, "What?
Yeah.
No, you guys are lying. This thing's huge."
Yeah, that 49U server stack has 7 megabytes of storage.
And someone showed me a floppy, like the old floppy disk. Like, this is bigger. I'm like, no way. Yeah. And this is actually I tore that apart. I think I was 12 or 13 when I pulled that out.
Nice.
So I like I said, my dad was in the industry and he had jobs and I'm the youngest of 7, so he always employed the children to do his dirty work.
Let me see if I can find that picture real quick.
Okay. Add one more before the end of the show. We have plenty, so whatever.
Is the image going to pop up? No, I didn't use the right term.
No, you did not. These are all way too new.
No, I was looking Raspberry Pi because there's an image of a Raspberry Pi. Oh, where's it at? I don't see it there. There's an image that was floating around a while ago where someone was holding up a Raspberry Pi Zero in the same location that an original IBM 1978 server had been deployed, and there were like 12 guys hauling it out of a truck. and they're all like lifting and like moving it a half inch at a time and wheeling it into this building. And someone held up a Raspberry Pi Zero and says, this has 80 times the compute power of that thing right there. And it was taking up the same... And it's a really cool picture.
Oh, because of the perspective?
Yeah, so he was taking a forced perspective image. No, not there.
Should do a Yahoo image search.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
Loading doc. No, I can't find it. Urgh! Why is it so hard to find images on Google? I mean, I can type in boobs and get boobs, but I can't find a loading doc image of a Raspberry Pi.
That's because most people only want to see boobs.
That's right. It's a well-established search query, I guess.
Boobs.
Yep.
Honestly, if that's what we should name a video card or something called like the boob video card.
Right.
It enhances boobs by like 20%. Clarity. So much better.
Yeah, no, I can't find it.
Naturality.
So, all right, what else we got? Yahoo image.
We're at the end. We're crapping now.
Yeah, legal weed in Oregon. Yeah.
Yep. We talked about, or no, you and Rhett talked about the weed beer, right?
We talked about the weed beer.
Yeah.
We may eventually have that on the show.
We may. Well, I believe it's only distributed in that Georgia or Minnesota, something like that. That one state right now.
Yep.
So.
Give it time.
Yeah.
There's lots of Oregon and Washington breweries that are chomping at the bit.
Yeah. As soon as that law passes over there, it's gonna be fine here.
Yep.
If he's able to do that. So, well, I believe because of that one, it's not alcohol based, and that's the law that restricts it, is because there's alcohol in that, with THC,
right?
And
with active THC,
yeah. And what he is doing is taking the alcohol out and just giving you a liquid with active THC in it.
Yep.
Which, with the amount, that'll affect you for the same amount as the ABV. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted a light beer, you can have the light version of THC.
Right.
I wanted to say HTC.
Right.
I keep getting those two confused. It's like so many anagrams.
THC, HTC. The THC Vive.
Oh, gosh, right? Wouldn't that be great?
I believe I did a video card review on that.
But you should do it with HTC.
That would be interesting.
HTC
HTC THC Vive.
There review, yeah.
Ask Jeeves.
No.
I was more of an Alta Vista.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
I think I used Ask Jeeves once.
Yep. Yeah, use DuckDuckGo if you're worrying about data collection. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Search Raspberry Pi versus old computer. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's just Steve.
Hey, there it is.
Yep, that's what it is.
Boom, that image.
What Raspberry Pi is that?
That's the Pi Zero.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And it's tiny.
That is tiny.
It is really tiny.
What is that, 2 HDMI ports?
It's an HDMI mini, and it's 2 micro USB. One of them is a USB power, the other is an on-the-go port.
Okay.
And then there's a micro SD on the side. So, yeah, that's the image I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So, he's standing at the same dock that they were unloading the Elliott electronic computer. And like I said, there's like 12 guys overseeing the unloading of this from the flatbed. And this guy's holding a Raspberry Pi that's like 80 times more powerful.
Jeff, there's only 10.
Yeah. No, it's like 80.
10 guys.
Oh, 10 guys, yeah. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're right. Okay.
I mean, 12's close. I mean,
oh wait, 11.
Well, then,
11. He's standing behind.
And I guess there's the guy taking the picture.
And I bet there's a set of feet on the other side too. Yep, there's a set. There's a third leg right there. That's 12.
12 and 14. The guy who took the picture.
Yep, there's a leg right there, and there's a set of feet right there.
In 1957, how still did they have to stay?
1957, not very still. They had ISO 250 film back then, I believe, and so it wouldn't have been bad. You could shoot in broad daylight with 250 at standard shutter speeds. Not like today, where you can shoot in literally pitch black at a 60th of a second, still get an image out of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my A6000. I love this camera. I will never sell this camera. Ask.com, yeah. I keep trying to get Jeff to play some CSGO, but he's chicken. Oh, Steve, you're calling me out now, and you're on next week, buddy. Steve, we may have to do a Patreon battle, and we'll get everyone involved, and we'll do a private match, and we'll see how chicken I really am. Problem is, I don't have time to play. The only time I get to play games anymore is when I'm benchmarking the games, and so I play the same sequence over and over and over again.
Well, your daughter was playing benchmarking.
Yeah, my daughter was sitting here on Tuesday. I got a spoiler alert. I got an RX 580 that I bought from a miner. That is it worth it to upgrade or to buy a card from a miner, and will it still work today, and is it going to break down?
After it's been used and overclocked,
right.
Probably.
So I will say it survived a 14-hour stress test.
Wow.
It ran firmware for 14 hours overnight last night. So, but she was helping me stress test by playing putt-putt, and putt-putt goes to the parade.
Oh, and we all had suggestions on...
Yeah. Variations of games that she could play.
Variations.
So you can live long and prosper. Thank you, Nimoy. Nimoy 007. I double love that name. Excellent name. I have a video of a chicken eating a taco. Okay.
Is it a Mexican chicken?
Yeah.
Or Asian? Or
Putt-Putt remastered, yeah. They should totally remaster Putt-Putt Goes to the Parade.
Right.
And Putt-Putt Goes to the Moon. That was another good one.
Oh, I never played Putt-Putt Goes.
Yeah.
I didn't play either, honestly. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yep. I had younger siblings. So.
Yeah. No, I was the youngest.
Yep. You're the baby.
So sorry.
Little baby John.
Yep. I played older games.
Putt-Putt San Andreas. That's one we hadn't heard before.
Oh, yeah. That's one. And we didn't have that. What did we have? We had a lot of really good ones.
I had Putt-Putt Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. And Breath of the Wind.
Breath of the Wild. And I also had Putt-Putt the Fractured Butthole.
Yes.
Then the conversation kind of stopped. It was weird.
No, yeah. Well, after the butthole was stopped, I put something on. I don't know, whatever.
Buy a Pi and install RetroPie. I've considered doing a RetroPie tutorial, but there's so many of those out there.
Yeah.
I don't want to retread ground.
So I've done a RetroPie twice, and my only problem is with the ROMs that are out there. You know, it can get very tedious, very annoying. Yep. I built multiple main machines, so has Steve, and dealing with the ROMs and everything. PC was a lot easier to deal with than the RetroPie. Yep. It was very easy to kind of just, this will work.
Right.
And this gets me by on the RetroPie.
Right.
But to really get it fluid and easy.
If you want to set up a RetroPie, you better already have your games library built.
Yeah.
Because modifying the games library once you're live is an absolute pain in the backside.
It's a pain in the butt. And yeah, that's really what it was. And then cleaning it up is a pain in the butt.
So John, when he and I first met, I said, hey, you're more on the software side. I want to modify a Wii. And I've never done it. Could you probably help me out? And I knew he had a modified Wii. And he goes, oh, yeah, and I can get you like 30 games or something like that. And so I screenshotted my ROM library, and I said, I'm good. I just need to modify the hardware.
Yeah.
Because John's library was about 120 gigs. Mine was, I believe, 485.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been doing ROM downloads since 1996.
Yeah, no, not me. Steve probably.
But as soon as I had the internet, I had SNES ROMs on my machine.
No. Steve, not me. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but then so I tried catching up with my brother and Jeff, and then it's just a matter of cleaning up, and then it's just like, this is not even worth it.
Right.
Who cares?
You gotta categorize everything.
Sometimes on the RetroPie, this ROM works, this ROM doesn't work. Right. Okay, now, but I really want that game, so I gotta go find the ROM that really works for this version.
Right.
And it becomes a really hassle. So if you're just interested in that quick gamer, hey, I want to beat that classic NES.
Hey, I never beat Final Fantasy VI, and I really want to. Or Final Fantasy III, as it should be called.
Well, was one of the best.
2, yeah. I know it was.
2, 3, which is 6, and 7 are the 3 best.
Yep, absolutely.
And I would say, God, I don't even know what order to put that in, too. I find myself constantly playing 2.
7, we caught up. And so 7 on is the same English versus Japanese.
Yeah.
It's Final Fantasy 1 was NES.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 2 and 3 were NES, but they were released Japanese market only. And so Final Fantasy 1 is Final Fantasy 1 no matter where you're at. 2 and 3 are Japan
Japanese,
only.
yeah.
What was released as Final Fantasy 2 in the United States for the Super Nintendo was released as 4 for the Famicom in Japan. And then there was 5. And then there was 3, which is also Final Fantasy 6 for the Famicom. Then there was Mystic Quest, which is just weird.
Stupid.
And then they re-released for the SNES years later to update the names to 4 and 6 respectively. Yeah. And then at 7 we caught up. Yeah. I would rank 3, then 2, then 7, then 8. That's my ranking.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would totally agree. Have you, so for the Wii, or was it the Wii U, they released, I think it was a 2.5.
Yes.
Retro 8-bit.
It was not 2.5. It was Final Fantasy IV: The Forgotten Years.
The Forgotten Years.
After Years.
Yeah, After Years.
Yeah.
I played that, and that was actually quite fun.
There was also a DS remake, a Nintendo DS remake for the After Years as well, with 3D graphics. Yeah. And that is also a phenomenal game.
Yeah, it really brought me back to that time. I'm a very good fan of classic Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
I am
classic JRPG.
Yeah, I am not a fan of anything past Final Fantasy X. Mm-hmm. Basically, was really when they went into that whole mod.
I played 9. I played X.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It was really like X was like, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done with this. I think it was like 12 or 13. They were like, oh, this is the best Final Fantasy. I was like, okay. You got me on the advertisement. I'll buy the game.
Yep.
I was like, nope, you got me. Never again. Never doing it. Until they get back to that whole RPG, like roll the time trial playing, and even just building the team yourself and controlling every member. It's not the same as Final Fantasy. It's a different game now.
Exactly. Whereas Final Fantasy 3, there was and even 2. There was a clear strength and weakness to every battle.
Yes.
And you had to have the right spells in the right order, and there was a tactic to playing the game.
Oh, yeah. I gotta go. Oh, I lost. I gotta go to this island here to train my guys and these specific guys to do that.
Yep. Exactly. So, and Final Fantasy 3 did it better than any else.
Oh, gosh. It was huge and took forever.
And there were multiple endings for an SNES game, and there were characters that could die along the way that if you lost, they were lost forever, and you didn't get to play. It was like you could rescue Zero at the end of the world, or not rescue Zero at the end of the world, and that was a huge back in the day. So. Yeah, a lot of
cool stuff.
A lot of cool stuff that Final Fantasy introduced that we now take for granted in the RPG realm.
Oh yeah, and now the Final Fantasy, I don't even consider Final Fantasy an RPG.
No, the 12, 13, 13.2, 13.3, 13.4. What the hell are you on anymore?
I don't even know.
Yeah,
it's all you control one guy and the computer does the rest. That's bull crap.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people who grew up with the PlayStation generation say 7 was amazing. 7 was great.
It was good.
Until you played 6.
Yes.
That's
6 was 6 and 4.
Yes.
3 and 2 in America. Awesome.
Amazing. If you have never played them.
Storytelling was just amazing.
Yeah, if you have never played them, they are amazing stories.
Yeah.
But before the gameplay, they were story first.
Yeah. No, I think America to Japanese. I find myself playing that. I've replayed that the most out of all of them.
I replay 3 and 2 at least once a year.
Oh yeah, I would
full playthroughs, 80 hours, grinding through, grinding my characters up. It is that enjoyable.
If I ever take a vacation, I'm always like, okay, I'm going to go get my Game Boy or something, and I'm going to load my ROM or something like that. That's the one game I play.
Yep.
Just because I'm in the airport. I know, okay, this is great. And even till this day, I find little secrets.
I have Final Fantasy IV for my DS.
Yeah.
And if I know I'm going to be going up to a cabin resort for the weekend, or if I'm going to be taking a trip on a plane, I pack this above my cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
I will play through Final Fantasy II in a heartbeat. It is that good of a game.
Whoa! Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. 4 and 6 is better than 7. Yeah.
Yes.
I
got that.
Yeah. I got the. Okay,
whoa, my friend.
Yeah, I was getting there. I was like,
we're about to have words and permanent bans on Patreon.
Yeah. No, 7 is good. 7 was good. I think 7 brought the 3D and it had some storytelling.
7 was the 3D element, and it was a great storyline. Yeah. It was a little less diverse in the storytelling than 6 was. Yeah. I felt it was a step back in the story, and that's the only reason it's not above 6.
Yeah.
I felt if there were multiple divergent paths that you could take.
But 7 brought it into that 3D realm, and that's in the PlayStation realm, and the 7 or 6 disc
and 4 disc, and maintained the playability of it.
Yes,
that was the key. Is they didn't water down the play to simply, we have a 3D Final Fantasy now. That was Final Fantasy Tactics. Let's move on.
Oh gosh, that was horrible.
That was a terrible game.
Yeah.
And God help you if you bought Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube.
I think I did.
I did. I had that game.
Yeah. I think I played 15 minutes of it and threw it away. They're like, never again.
Yep. Yeah, 3 NES was good. I have played the English translated ROM. I have played through that one. It was good. It was a good story. It was a good early Japanese RPG. The problem is once you get to 2 and 4, it's just not refined. It's not that quality level storytelling. It doesn't have the plot twists that 2 and 4 does. It doesn't have the storytelling. It doesn't have the playability.
Yeah. I think the plot twists in 2 and 4 were great.
Yeah.
7 had a very
I shed a tear
story.
The first time I played through it, and actually the second time I played through when Celeste committed suicide off the cliff.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Because I didn't know that you could save Sid and Celeste at the same time.
Really?
Yes!
I didn't know that!
I found that out years later!
I didn't know that! That's pretty...
You can save Celeste and you can save Sid.
How do you do that?
You have to, it's an RNG dump, and so you have to play on the fish that you're able to collect to deliver to Sid when the world is ended.
Okay.
So you walk into the water and you collect fish and you bring them to Sid and you feed him. And if you get enough fish, you'll save him. If you don't get enough fish, Sid will die, and then Celeste will kill herself on the cliff.
So you just basically have to get enough fish.
You have to grind through, but the fish generation is RNG. It's random. Huh. And so you may not get enough fish to save Sid in your playthrough.
Weird.
Yeah. So again, if we're talking storytelling and...
That's great. That's great dynamics.
And the divergent paths that an RPG can take, that was a random divergent path that an RPG took in 1993.
Oh, yeah.
Ish. So, yeah. That is why Final Fantasy III is number 1 of all time.
Yeah.
Because nothing has topped that.
No, that... So you're going to go... Yeah.
3, 2, 7, 8.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll work. That'll work.
Yep.
You mean 6? Or, yeah. 6, 4.
6, 4, 7, 8.
Yeah, 6, 4.
If we're going Japanese numbering.
Japanese.
I go by what my NES cartridges say.
Yeah.
I am so mad at Game Crazy still. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Are we at the end? I
think that's about it. Hi, guys. How's the beer? Cloud. There you are. I was wondering when you were going to jump on. The first beer was okay. Second beer was really solid.
Yeah. Second beer, the Fort George, solid. It's their staple IPA. They put it out multiple times a year. Mm-hmm. It's the Northwest Standard IPA that you're going to...
If you come to Oregon and you want an Oregon IPA... This is the staple Oregon IPA.
That's a great staple Oregon IPA. You know, the Sierra Nevada was more of an experimental summer.
You guys are blitzed. I've had 2 beers and a shot.
Yeah, it's a summer.
One was a 12 ounce.
Yeah, we're just talking games here.
Yeah.
We get passionate about the things we're like, screw tech.
Screw tech.
Final Fantasy's where it's at. But yeah, this is just a summer beer. It's all right. It's enjoyable.
Yep. It's definitely a summer beer. If the weather was warmer right now, I might have enjoyed it more.
Yeah, if it was warmer and we were doing this interview and we're just outside barbecuing,
right,
this would probably be a pretty good beer. It's a seasonal thing. I don't think they're going to be mass producing this or bringing it back next year.
Right. I don't want to say anything bad about it, but I don't have a lot good to say about it either. It's a difficult beer to judge.
It just flatlines.
I'll drink it.
I'll drink it.
That's good.
It's good. It's
drinkable. There's my first pint glass, and I finished that.
For the price point, I've definitely had worse beers.
I've had worse beer, but I've had far better beer too.
That's true. Yeah. So this is nice. I'll drink it.
Yep.
So.
Cool. Played any LucasArts indie games too? I did play a lot of LucasArts games back in the day. Full Throttle, probably my number one.
Really?
LucasArts game. Are you gonna go the dig? You gonna go the dig on?
No.
Are you going Monkey Island?
I was gonna go Monkey Island. Monkey Island is number one. Dig is great. So Dig is cool. I will go Full Throttle over Dig.
Yes.
Full Throttle had comedy, but Monkey Island had the best comedy. And then Day of the Tentacle.
All I gotta say is I'm not putting my lips on that.
Day of the Tentacle.
Whatever. For Full Throttle, for the tongue-in-cheek. The badass biker going, I'm not putting my lips on that.
Yeah.
It was a hilarious game.
If anything,
it was
Day of the Tentacle and Full Throttle are tied.
Yeah.
But I think
I gotta agree with you. Monkey Island won.
Monkey Island was the beginning and two and just kept soaring after that.
Yeah, Monkey Island won. Absolutely number one.
Yeah.
Full Throttle at 2. I would put Full Throttle above Day of the Tentacle just by a hair.
Yeah, they're close.
The comedy talked to me a little bit better than Day of the Tentacle. Day of the Tentacle's good.
I love the Day of the Tentacle of the time traveling aspect and everything, and not the was it called House of Horrors or something like that or something. But no, the sequel. But Full Throttle, I love the motorcycle fights.
Yeah.
The chainsaw and the chains.
The a la Road Rash.
The Road Rash.
For my old 8-bit and 16-bit fans.
It was awesome. I loved those 3 games.
Have you played Road Redemption?
Yes.
It's a game on Steam. It is made by the original Road Rash developers.
Yeah.
Great game. Go look it up. Memories of sitting with the Sega Genesis controller and you punching your friend in the game while you're punching him in real life.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
It's fun.
So Road Redemption on Steam. Leisure Suit Larry, didn't play much of that.
No, it was at the time it was too much. Parents didn't allow it.
By the time the 4th one rolled around, I was an admin on a BBS server, and so I got all of them.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
So yeah, I was that 9-year-old admin on BBS servers that everyone hated. Yep.
Steve asked that question. That's stupid, Steve, because Steve was the one who gave me half those games.
Right.
Stupid. Dig actually was awesome.
Dig was awesome.
It just didn't have any comedy. It was really hard to get a non-gamer into it and a puzzle solver into it.
It was engaging in the same way that Myst is engaging.
Yes, and Myst was insane, though.
Right.
And the 3D graphics was so slow, but
they don't age well. I'll tell you that much.
It so does not age well. I remember me, my brother Mike, Steve, we're all sitting around Smith and trying to figure out puzzles of like, how does this work? What do we try? Go pick up this book and go put it here. Go pick up these bones and go put it. Same with Dig, but with Monkey Island, it was we could play that by ourselves. We're Full Throttle. We could play that by ourselves, and we had humor into it, and so it engaged us a lot better. And then especially like the sword fighting, the bike riding, the humor in it.
Yes,
we started throwing those jokes back at each other after we were done playing with it. Where Dig and all that other stuff didn't have that.
So someone asked a question: what would I recommend for a 13-year-old gamer for a budget build?
You have a budget build one.
I'm posting a link. Click on that link. It's in the chat.
It's like
it
$200.
$220 i5 gaming PC. It is based off a refurbished or off-lease HP or Dell, whatever you can find, PC off Newegg. It's got an Ivy Bridge i5 with 8 gigs of RAM, a 1 terabyte hard drive, and you can add a GT 1030 to it for very inexpensive. And in fact, if you wanted to step it up from there, you can go 1050 or 1050 Ti.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go beyond that in that system, but for $200 to $300, that's your build.
And $300, I mean, you should be able to do
$300.
I mean,
you can make that in a couple months mowing lawns.
Oh, yeah.
If you put your mind to it.
And in all honesty, like the standard Walmart laptop, that's a piece of crap that everyone's like, oh, this is the cheapest thing we have in the market.
Right.
That's going to be cheaper than that, Right. Your build is cheaper than the laptop.
Right.
And you're going to be able to do more. It'll be way easier. And for all we know, Craigslist deals and everything that you can find, you might even be able to squeeze a couple dollars less than what Jeff's doing.
Right, exactly. So, anyway, check out that build video. It gives you a couple links to start with. My build video is not the voice of God. This is not written in stone. That is a starting point to start looking, so you know what hardware to look for.
Yeah.
You're going to have to piece this together yourself. But the nice thing is you get a working off-lease business PC with a Windows license for like $140, and that's your starting point. So that's a question I get a lot, and I did that video specifically for that. So there you go. Yeah, i5s are a great start. Yep. Let him experience emulation. Yeah. Although if he's 13 years old, what's he got to emulate?
He's not going to know.
He's not going to care about the SNES games that I played back in the day, or
he's gonna
N64 or GameCube, or however far you want to go.
Honestly, unless you grew up with that, you're not going to care with it.
Right. I will say I've been introducing my daughter. I have two names for my daughter. I have Miss and I have Bit. Those are my two. That's just what I call them. But Miss is my 5-year-old and Bit is my 9-month-old. And so Miss, she actually sat down today and she tried playing my Game Boy Advance. And she knows who Mario is, and so she played through some Mario games. She said they were a little too hard. And so I set her up with Namco Museum, and Galaga was too hard, and Pac-Man was too hard. And so I'm going down the list, and eventually I got her on Mario Kart, and she was jamming on that for an hour and a half.
I can see that. Yeah, that's easy.
So,
but yeah, there are some games like that people just don't get and won't understand.
Yep.
So unless
when will graphics prices go back to normal? 2 more weeks.
You think so?
2 more weeks. I called this a month ago.
You did. I mean, I know we
Yep.
talked about it, or not we, but I think you and Steve, you and Rhett.
Yep, I called this a month ago. In fact, I went out and bought this week. Do I have the box somewhere? Is the box handy? Where's the box at? Where's the box at? 1080? The one next to it. Grab that one. Yep. I went out and I bought this. I bought this on Craigslist. This is an RX 580 8 gig from Sapphire, and it's one of their reference boards. I believe it's a reference card. But it's got a backplate on it. This was $300 on Craigslist. So, prices are coming back down. Now, the funny story about this card, and I already shared this on Patreon. The funny story about this card was I was looking for a card that had been mined on, and this guy had like a dozen cards for sale. And he had the dozen cards at decent prices. Not great prices, but decent prices.
Fair.
The RX 580 8 gig were the most decent prices. In fact, they're probably below market value currently. But this was $300. And so I met him in a parking lot, and he goes, here's the card. and I opened it up, and I said, okay, it's the actual card. And I checked the stickers on the back, and yeah, that's an RX 580. I know it when I see it. And I said, so how long have you mined on it? And he got real quiet, and he kind of put his hands together, and he's kind of looking at the ground. He goes, I don't know, that card? Maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. That card? Not long at all, man.
That means 2 or 3 years.
And I went, you're selling a dozen cards, and you're telling me you mined on this card for 2 to 3 weeks. Is that what you're telling me? He goes, yeah, man, that card? No, I haven't had that card long at all. And so I reached into my pocket, and I pulled out my wallet, and I pulled out the money for him, and I handed him the money. And I said, I don't care how long you've mined on it. I don't. How long have you mined on it? About 6 months? And he goes, yeah, about that. So, this is a card that's been mined on for probably 8 to 12 months.
I was about to say, no, double what he said.
Right, exactly. So, that's a card that's been mined on for 8 to 12 months. It was $300, which is near retail cost. This card should be about $265 at retail, probably $200 used. if the market was reliable at this point, which it's not still. But it's coming way down. This card 2 weeks ago was $750. This card a month ago was $1,000. Okay? So that's how quickly the market has dropped.
No, that's why he sold everything.
And that's why he sold it. Because selling your cards is more profitable today than mining on these cards. And so everyone is clearing shop. And I've been seeing this for about a month now. I think within 2 weeks, we will see cards in retail stores for retail prices.
Well, we have been talking about this for 2 months?
Since CES, and even before that.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid.
So, anyway, the video
I can't wait to buy more Bitcoin after this era. I'm going to take all these cards after they sold it and just mine that crap.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, no, you're not. So this card is for a future video, probably 2 weeks from now, or a week and a half. Should you buy a card that's been mined on?
Yes and no. I mean, I guess it all depends on who mined it.
That's the question I'm seeking to ask. So my money is on the line here. I paid cash money for this card. This is not something I got from a friend. This is not a sample from a vendor. I met a guy in a Target parking lot and spent my hard-earned cash for this card. We're going to find out together.
Was it your hard-earned cash or was it YouTube?
No, that was my hard-earned.
Or was it Joe?
I don't get paid from YouTube for another month for
It was Joe.
I'll tell you, I've made like $700 from YouTube for this point. Now my April and May paychecks are going to be significantly larger. Thank you all for watching my videos. So I haven't made a lot of money to this point, and every dollar I've spent has gone right back into content, like I said it would.
Yeah.
Every dollar, and in fact, way more than you know, has gone back into content. My wife still doesn't know that I bought a new camera and lenses, but she doesn't watch the show, so it's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, and just wait till that 4K camera comes out. What's this $1,200 bill?
Right. Well, no, I already paid down the credit card, so we're all good. We're all good. It's all good. It's good. There's some math involved. It's complicated. No. See, I got a deposit, and that's going to go in later in the month, so you're going to see the balance a little lower. But no, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's all worked out.
Yeah.
But
that's a good place to end it.
That's a good place to end it. Right there.
So, episode 27 of Talking Heads in the book.
Right.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter if you don't already, at Craft Computing. Follow John on really any form of social media. Any form.
So I'm at Hops and Brews. So my channel, if you are still watching at this, hour and 56-minute mark.
Won't get the record, but we'll get close.
Well, I've already set the record, so it's fine.
That's right. That's right.
Suck it,
Steve.
Steve. Follow me, Hops and Brews. If you like more of the beer content, that's what I do. On my side, so subscribe to my channel, check it out. Jeff, hopefully, if he feels better, will be doing a couple of videos.
I'll be there Sunday.
Oh, okay, good. So Jeff will be filming a video.
Hell or high water, I'm making you a cocktail.
We'll be doing that. We'll be doing a couple of videos Sunday, and we'll be doing even more this summer too. Hopefully,
yes.
So we have a lot of big plans for more of the alcohol, cocktail, beer oriented stuff. If you enjoy that, but as always, Jeff will always have tons of tech info, and me, Steve, or Rhett will always be here on Talking Heads every Wednesday to help out with it.
That's right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Again, follow me on any social media you dare desire, and
except Tinder.
Except Tinder and Grindr.
Oh no, he likes Grindr.
Why do you assume that?
You swipe left, right?
See you guys next time. All right, now how do I stop this thing?
Wait. Control Alt.